In this video, I'll share 3 proven strategies you can apply to achieve your 2025 goals. They take very little time and effort, but science shows that these 3 simple actions will massively increase your chances of actually achieving your goals. If you're serious about your 2025 goals, take the next 15 minutes to watch this video. 15 minutes is approximately 1% of your day. If you don't have 1% of your day to dedicate to your goals, whose goals are you actually working towards? If you're ready to stop procrastinating your dreams, you need to prioritize applying these strategies because research shows that these 3 simple strategies can basically determine whether you're going to achieve your goals or not. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mari. I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur and creator. In this channel, I talk about personal growth in a very practical way to help you create a real change in your life. Subscribe for more videos on creating a wealthier, healthier, and happier life. And join our amazing community of like-minded people striving to master all areas of life. And follow my Instagram page for daily motivation and interactions as well. In a previous video, I shared the exact process I follow to set my 2025 goals. And in that video, I shared my 2025 resolutions template. It is a free Notion template that you can use to apply all the strategies that I'm going to cover in this video. And today we're talking about the science behind that method. Sometimes we think that to achieve our goals, we need to spend a lot of time and energy, when in reality, science shows that these small strategies can basically boost your odds of achieving your goals. They are so simple that they made me skeptical, but I'm not here to question science. So ignoring these strategies is like setting yourself up for failure. Without further ado, let's dive into these 3 evidence-based strategies to achieve your goals. Strategy number 1 is backed by a research study conducted at Dominican University. Dr. Matthews found that participants who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them compared to the control group who didn't write down their goals. Science is showing us that writing down our goals basically sets ourselves up for success, making it 42% more likely that we will actually achieve those goals. And that's why strategy number 1 is to write down your goals. I'm sure some of you are thinking it can't be that basic, you write down and then the thing happens. But this is what science is telling us. Recently I found a notebook where I used to write my goals, and I started doing this in 2018. And since 2022 my methods evolved a little bit and now I use Notion. If you want to set your goals using my template, make sure to check out the link in the description below. I'm very intentional about the way that I set goals, so I like to set goals for all areas of life: wealth, health, and relationships. I like to write down SMART goals, that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I also prefer setting goals that are process-based rather than outcome-based. Instead of saying lose 5 kg, you might say exercise 3 times a week and reduce takeaway to 2 times a week. By doing this, your goals become a lot more actionable, so you are more likely to take action on them. Strategy number 2 is based on neuroscience, which is basically the study of how our brains work. Basically, at the bottom of our brains here, we have something called the reticular activating system. It's basically a network of neurons that filters the information that our brain pays attention to. In today's world, we are surrounded by different stimuli, and it's just too much information for our brains to process. So the reticular activating system is responsible for filtering out most of the information out there so we can focus our attention in some of the stimuli. You have probably experienced this when you set your mind to buy a car. Let's say it is a BMW, you suddenly start seeing BMWs everywhere. And it is not because there are more BMWs now, it is just because your brain is paying more attention to BMWs. That's why strategy number 2 is to visualize your goals, because this will help your reticular activating system determine what is important and what is irrelevant. If you don't take the time to review your goals regularly, you're probably gonna forget about them and get distracted with other things. Ideally, you want to look at your goals every single day, and that's why I create a vision board. In my 2025 resolutions template, I have a vision board template that you can use to create your own vision board. To have different results, you have to become a different person, so you need to start seeing yourself as someone different. And that's the power that vision boards have. My vision board, I like to add images of the person I want to become and get very clear on the actions that they take and also the things that they have. In my vision board, I like to add photos and mantras to help me get really clear on what is it that I'm working towards. I add pictures to get very clear on the type of person I want to be, the things that I want to do, and the things that I want to have as a result of everything that I'm doing. And the reason why they work is because your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and real life. When you're imagining this future for yourself, your brain is activating the same neural pathways as if you were living that life. So when you visualize yourself being that person, you start becoming them. There is this quote by Tony Robbins that I love. It says, "The strongest force in human personality is the need to stay consistent in how we define ourselves." So when we connect with that new version of ourselves, we start acting according to that new self-image that we have. And this is also in line with the research by Dr. Robert Cialdini, which shows that humans are hardwired to act consistently according to their self-image. So to translate this, if you see yourself as a loser, lazy, procrastinator, you are going to act according to this self-image that you have. Therefore, you're going to create more results that show you that that is who you are. To break this self-sabotaging cycle, you need to start seeing yourself as a different person. You need to visualize your future self as someone else and start acting according to that. To help me implement this, I created a vision board, which is the wallpaper in my laptop. So every day when I sit down to work, I open my laptop and I see my vision board, a visual representation of the person who I want to be. I'm basically training my reticular activating system to understand what is it that I want to focus on. And I'm also creating different neural pathways to help me act according to that new self-image. And that basically set myself up to act according to that and create that reality in my life. Finally, strategy number 3 is based on research done with almost 20,000 participants, which showed that people who track their progress are 40% more likely to achieve their goals. That's why strategy number 3 is to track your progress, and that involves planning, monitoring, and also reviewing your progress regularly. So if you're not tracking your progress already, you should definitely consider doing this from now on. If tracking my progress makes me 40% more likely to achieve my goals, this is a no-brainer for me. To track my progress, I use my planner. So I break down my yearly goals into quarterly, monthly, and weekly goals, tasks, and habits. The goal planning process is super simple. I basically plan my weeks based on my monthly goals. Every day when I sit down to work, I review the goals that I have for the week and I plan which tasks I can do to work towards those goals. To monitor my goals, I also use my habit tracker. To review my progress, I sit down every week to review how the week went. I start by checking what I actually accomplished that week in terms of tasks and habits, and then I give that week a score from 1 to 5. I literally write down one bullet point on what went well and what I want to improve next week. And this simple process helps me stay on top of my goals, keeps myself focused, and motivated to continue working towards them. So definitely make sure to get your 2025 Master Planner template in the link below. The planner will help you apply all the 3 strategies that we covered in this video. Here's a bonus strategy for you. In that first study that I mentioned, Dr. Matthews found that people who wrote down their goals and sent a weekly report to a friend were 78% more likely to achieve their goals. I don't know about you, but if sending a quick report to a friend every week makes me 78% more likely to achieve my goals, I'm totally doing that. So I suggest that you pick a supportive friend, maybe it is your best friend, a partner, or even a family member, and share your goals with them. You can ask them to keep you accountable by checking in with you every week to see how you're progressing towards that goal. If you want to connect with people who are also working towards their goals, creating a wealthier, healthier, and happier life, definitely make sure to check out the Life Mastery Club, which is a community for like-minded people striving to master all areas of their lives. The Life Mastery Club members get the daily motivation and accountability they need to build good habits and boost their productivity. So if you're interested in the Life Mastery Club, definitely make sure to check out the link in the description below and join the waiting list to be the first to know when the club is open for new members. If you're still watching, it means you are committed to your 2025 goals. If you want to learn more about creating a vision and setting goals, definitely make sure to check out this video next. I hope to see you there. Bye!